The Guyana Cricket Board, in partnership with the Ministry of Culture, Youth and Sport, launched a national under-19 program today at the National Stadium, Providence. It will start with a club program which is expected to feature at least 40 clubs, 16 from Berbice, 16 from Demerara, and at least 8 from Essequibo. From there on, it then moves into an inter-county segment. These matches, this tournament, one should say, is going to be used to select the national under-19 team, and it's going to be a staple on the cricket board calendar, with the Ministry of Culture assuring that sponsorship, which is approximately around $6 million for this inaugural edition, is going to be made available for this program. Speaking at the simple ceremony was Minister of Culture, Youth and Sport, Charles Ramson Jr., who opened his remarks by stating this is the cornerstone of not just Guyana's cricket, but West Indies cricket, in terms of the fact that the under-19 age group is where a lot of work and most times you find your future stars being developed. And through this program is going to be filtered into the National Cricket Academy. As you would know, there is a program from the nursery, the tournament level, which this is in particular, and then the elite training. So from here, the top performers are certainly going to be a part of that National Cricket Academy.
What I consider to be the cornerstone of West Indies cricket. It is the cornerstone for which all West Indian talent throughout the decades have been able to display to their national country or the regional territories that they are capable of playing and that they possess the talent at an early stage for which that pathway, they can be placed on the pathway of becoming West Indian players and world-class players. How has the talent translated over the decades? How has it translated into becoming international and world-class players? And with the exception of a very few, there hasn't been this movement of being a dominant regional player, because this won't be the first time that we are doing well in the region, moving that talent into the West Indies team and becoming recognized internationally, competitive internationally. And that is where our eyes are firmly fixed.
There were representatives from each of the 3 county boards, and they all echoed the similar sentiments. This is a launch part of finding a good pool of players. In particular, Bisun Diyal Singh, the president of the Guyana Cricket Board, for him it was great that they've managed to get this magnitude of support from the government of Guyana through the Ministry of Culture, Youth and Sport, but as well for him, and he sees it that there's an opportunity for them to be able to find talents that can now be understudy to the current Guyana Harpy Eagles, and they can be a better transition of talent going forward for Guyana's cricket.
The under-19 tournaments provide players with their final opportunity at the age group level to show their skills and form for national selection, and to also with a view for future senior team selection. This age group is critical to both players and the administration of the game, given that players must not only stand out, perform, and be recognized for national selection this year, but do so for the future senior selection of the senior team. Consequently, the Guyana Cricket Board must find ways for those players who are in their last year of under-19 cricket to stay in the game. These tournaments provide the Guyana Cricket Board with an ideal opportunity to earmark a pool of emerging senior team players for continuous training.
It's very important for us to recognize, for us to develop cricket in Guyana. It's going to cost a lot of money. And to see the Guyana government involvement at this level, the under-19 level, is very significant for us.
We are very pleased to be associated with this initiative of the government. More so their investment into youths, which is very important in feeding the national team with the cricketers that need to be, the talents that need to be unearthed come from this level.
I managed to find one of the players who's going to be participating in this tournament. He's from Essequibo, and for him, he's excited to be part of this structure, to be part of this program, and he hopes that he can showcase his talent to represent his club, his county, Guyana, and hopefully West Indies in the future.
I feel very great because I want to showcase my talent and to be the captain of the South Essequibo club. I feel great.
How confident are you that with your talent, you can be able to break into the Essequibo team, then Guyana, and hopefully a West Indies team down the road?
I say 100%.
What was clear at this launch was that while the ministry would have been plugging their support in terms of the financing of this tournament, the Guyana Cricket Board are the sole organizers. They're going to be laying out a roadmap in terms of getting this program. And I can tell you that in some regards, it is a return to a structure I would have known in the past, in that you would play the club tournaments, you'll be able to get more matches. From there, at times, there used to be trials for the county teams, the association level as well. And then you move into the inter-county and then on to the national duties, for which many youngsters will be hoping to now break into the West Indies under-19 system. We know from there with the academy programs, and many oftentimes you end yourself up into the senior program quicker than most. Reporting from the National Stadium, I'm Akeem Greene.